Hello, hello. Welcome to Healthy Life with Kimmi, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new with me, I am on a healthy weight loss journey to just overall better health, mentally, physically, every way. And I wanted to bring you my weekly update. So this video, guys, is a little bit off because I actually skipped 1 week, which was last week. You will see it soon. I'm going to give you a couple highlights, but the reason you haven't seen my actual weight progression or whatever for last week is because the video has to be edited, and it takes a little bit to get these videos edited sometimes. So that one is going to be edited because I'm also adding some pieces from my little road trip to Asheville, North Carolina, so you can see some of the bad things that I had eaten, and full disclosure, so you can see everything that went into that week's results last week. But let's get right into it. So I'm gonna bring you up to speed. So last week, again, you'll see that video coming soon because it's just kind of choppy and needs to be edited. But I actually had a plus of 0.7 last week. That was okay because I was on vacation, as I stated. And when you see the video and you see everything that went into that video and what I ate and what I did, you're going to be like, girl, I'm surprised you ain't gained more than that. So that's why it was cool. So now let's get to this week. And one more thing about last week. So I went to Asheville, and it's kind of like I saw the Biltmore. If you're into like the Queen and Downton Abbey, you'll like some of that video that I'm going to show you, some of the pictures and everything. But I just want to do something and mix it up a little differently. So let's get into this weight loss this week, because that's why you're here, right? About what happened this week. So this week I lost 0.9. That brings me to my highest total yet is 17.7. I still need 2.3 to hit that 20. 2.3 pounds to hit 20. So it's cool, guys. I know this is a journey. I say that every week. I'm not rushing it, but when I hit 20, we gonna celebrate, okay? I'm waiting on 2.3. 2.3. So anyway, let's get right into it. What happened last week? So I had a really good week of experiences. My husband was in a training class, so he was out of the house all week. I'll be honest, I was feeling kind of low because I just missed him. It's like, I normally would not have missed him because I would be hanging out with my mom or my dad, my family members that I've lost, and without him being here, I felt so alone. I had a week kind of already planned out because I knew he was going to be gone. And I wanted to take advantage of it too. Because sometimes when your husband or your children are at home, you can't always do exactly what you want to do, right? So I took advantage of it. So I had made a little date with a little friend of mine. And we went to a museum here in Atlanta. It was absolutely amazing. We went to the High Museum. And we learned all about the samurais, and it was just the swords and the people, and it was just amazing. It really was an amazing experience. So that was something I did differently. I mixed up my life. Normally I would have been like, oh, you want to come over and maybe just watch TV or something with me? I was like, no, I'm getting out this house. I have to do something. I have to create new memories. And that's based on some grief counseling that I have done. He was like, you have to make new memories. This video is not about counseling, but I don't know if you guys are for it or not for it or whatever, but I have benefited from some grief counseling, and it's been amazing. I'm going to talk about that in a future video. I'm going to talk about it because I believe in talking about everything. You get a certain age in your life and you're like, I don't care what people think. Not in a bad way, but you just feel like I can speak more freely about things, So that comes with some of the loss that I've experienced. So I'm kind of open. So I'm going to talk about the grief, what that's looked like for me, how it's affected my health journey overall, mental health, physical, and everything. So I'm going to talk about that. And I kind of talk about it weekly anyway, because some kind of way I'm always reminded of the loss of my family members. So anyway, I went to the High Museum, had a beautiful time. Then I went to a kiddie graduation party, okay? And it was so amazing. So it was a pool party. And I say this because if I don't know how to swim, if I hadn't went to the pool party and I had taken a swimsuit, which I have a couple, and I'm not above getting in the pool with my swimsuit on, but it's not like, yay, let me do that. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I didn't take a swimsuit. But it was so hot in Atlanta this weekend. And I got there and I told my husband, I said, you know what? I think I'm going to get in this pool with my clothes on. With my clothes on, guys. I had on like a romper, strapless romper. It dried really quick. And I kept saying, oh, should I, should I, should I, should I? What are the people going to say? Should I or shouldn't I, right? And then I got to a point, like I just said, I didn't care what anybody thought. It was so hot. And I wanted to have fun. They were playing volleyball in the water and everything. I can't swim. Like I told you, I stayed in 3 feet where I could stand. Still almost toppled over a couple times. But anyway, I had the most amazing time. So I tell you that to say this. Please have experiences. Step out your norm. Do things that you normally would not do. Do it. It's going to be good for you overall. So what happens? What happened when I did the hopping in the pool? I was playing volleyball, right? Having a good time, working out, moving arm movements I haven't moved forever, hopping this, doing that, and the camaraderie that came with playing with the children and those that were younger than me and my husband, because he was on one side, I was on the other side. And the camaraderie, just forming relationships. When you play games with people and do things outside of the norm, having dinner with them, you might see them, you might worship with them, you might work with them, but when you do outside activities, it just strengthens the relationship. So I'm really trying to work on that. Again, so much of my time and my years were dedicated to helping my parents, and I love them. I love hanging out with them. It was nothing for us to be at Walmart or, Chick-fil-A. Burger King was my mama's favorite, or wherever. My dad liked to try different foods. So, wherever, we would just be together. So that was my life for 15 years. 15. So now, the last few years adjusting to, okay, what does Kimmi want to do? What makes me happy? They made me happy. They did. It's like parents, when you have, and I'm not a parent, but I know this because of my own parents and seeing other parents. When you put everything into your children, and now they're going off and get married. They're going off to college. And now a lot of times if there's a husband-wife relationship, now you got to get to know each other again. It's like, who is he? Who is she? And it's funny because I was talking to a friend of mine, some similarities. She's lost some family members. And she said the same thing. Her and her husband had to get to know each other. Now, for me and Jeffrey, we don't have to get to know each other again. We've always been tight like that, no matter what we're going through, because we've had so many things that happen in our life. We just always together. So now Kimmi's trying to get to know Kimmi. And I'm sure for him too, it might be a little bit of that. What do we do now with all this free time? What do we do? What do we do? We were so busy at hospital appointments, nursing home appointments, talking to doctors, scheduling this, running to the ER. I mean, lifing. Just really lifing. So now you got all this free time. It's like, what do I like to do? What does that look like for us? So we're both in that kind of stage right now. So let me tell you about my week eating right quick. So I went to hibachi. My first time doing that. It was amazing. They cooked right in front of us. And I did that with my niece and my other teammate that we all work together. So we went to this hibachi place. We went to see Barbie. And before we went to see Barbie, we went to lunch. I had to get it straight. I did go see Barbie. It was good. Some people said it wasn't very kid friendly, but the innuendos went right over their head probably. I was kind of like, what? Barbie? A couple of things that was in the movie, but overall it was good. And just, again, a different experience because I wanted to go see it. So I went, and my friend was taking her niece, and then, like I said, my niece went. So we had a good time, but we went to a hibachi restaurant, and like I said, they cooked the food right in front of you, and that was so cool. But I'm sitting there eating grilled chicken, rice, watching them cook all this, the vegetables. They cooked everything kind of separate. I did have some steak that day. Not a big beef eater, but it was really good. I ate so much beef the last 2 weeks. Ugh, I need a laxative or something just to clean me out. Here, I go back to cleaning out, y'all. But I had so much beef, and I normally don't eat that much beef. So anyway, each time the cook is putting things on the grill, he's adding all this salt. I mean, just salt. And I'm looking, I'm like, ooh, I don't like a lot of salt like that. And I like a fair amount, but he just, everything he did, so he put the grilled vegetables, salt. He put the rice, salt. Then he put the chicken, salt. And then within the rice, I had not been before, so I didn't know what their process was. I know they get ready to cook it in front of me, but I didn't know what they cooking it with. What they were cooking it with. So my niece was like, that's butter. He take a chunk of butter, y'all, about like this big, and he cooked rice for the whole table. So with some other people that sat with us, I didn't know that about hibachi too. They let strangers sit at the grill because I guess they want to fill up those seats. So this set a family. It was a grandmother, her son, and then her granddaughter. They was taking the grandmother out for her birthday. They sat at our same grill with us. So I guess when you think about the amount of butter, but it still was a lot. And butter has a lot of salt in it. So he took this chunk of butter like that, put it in the middle of the stack of rice, the mound of rice that he put together, and he just chopping it up. So I ate my food. I was like, this is pretty good. The taste and the flavors were good. But the salt content, oh my goodness. So I said next time I will let them know, hey, low salt, at least on my stuff, because I don't need that much salt. And it was just so salty. It was just crazy how much salt. Okay, so last thing I want to talk about for this week's update is my hair again. Okay, so my hair today looks pretty good. The last couple days it was looking like straw. I was so depressed. And it's funny because I mention this because I am an emotional eater. So if one thing ain't right, I'm like, forget everything, right? And I didn't go completely as far off as I wanted to, but I wanted to. I did not. And that's because I'm doing Weight Watchers. I had something holding me accountable. So, my sister, she says, look like your hair is deficient. Like you're missing some vitamins and minerals. And I don't take anything. I'm figuring, I'm doing my smoothie every day, so I'm thinking that's helping. But clearly it was not enough. And one smoothie does not equate to probably all your vitamins and minerals you need. So I started taking this. Now, don't go out and buy it because I don't know. If you already take Centrum 50 plus or Centrum or whatever vitamin you're taking, drop it in the chat because I'm curious. But I just started this 3 days ago. I took my third one today. And I promise y'all, the next day I saw results. My hair just looked a little better. And it didn't look as strawy as it had looked. So I don't know. That's why I said don't go out and buy this because I don't know yet. The results are not in on that. But a couple other things I wanted to share with y'all. Confession is good for the soul. When I went to the Barbie movie, I went to the Dollar Tree and I got my snacks, right? We already had went to the hibachi for lunch. I had M&M's and I had a Nestle Crunch bar. I had 2 candy bars. So if you can kind of see where I'm going with this, that's why my weight loss is a little bit slower. But I hadn't been to the movies in a minute. I wanted popcorn. I had popcorn. Didn't have anything to drink but water. So I say all that to say this. If you want to have something, sometimes you just got to do it. You just got to do it. And I do that quite often, but again, I don't feel deprived. I'm still on my journey. I have maintained my 20-pound weight loss, almost 20. And that's why this is so good for me because I want this to be a way of life. So, yeah. Is it a little bit slower? Should I have already hit 20 probably? Yeah. But like most of the comments, you guys have been amazing. It'll happen when it's time. It'll happen when it's time. I will fully commit when it's time. And I'm committed, clearly, because I've been doing good. I mean, I'm usually up or down a pound. Like I said, almost maintaining 20 pounds I started this back in, I think, February. So I'm doing pretty good even maintaining. So I do want to hit that 20-pound mark. I want to continue my journey. I'm at a standstill. I also started adding an egg back to my diet, back to my hair issue. So I did a little YouTubing. I found out eggs have a lot of biotin. So I wasn't eating eggs. I really just try to have my smoothie for breakfast. I can have eggs on Weight Watchers. I don't have a cholesterol problem that I know of. So I started incorporating an egg again today, and I'm going to see what happens. And I'll keep you guys posted on my hair journey too. I'll keep you posted. Well, this video is getting ready to end. I want to thank you all again for being with me, rocking with me, as they say. And just all of your comments. I read them. I comment to everyone I do. I really appreciate it. So until next time, whatever you're doing for your healthy life journey, keep up. I wish you much success, okay? This is Healthy Life with Kimmi. Bye.